Many countries in the world protect free speech as if it was a basic human right, which, to be fair, it is. So it comes as a shock to read that in many other countries, including Germany, you can be arrested for insulting somebody. Sounds like another myth that needs busting. Ready? Well, actually, this one is true. It's paragraph 185 of the Penal Code, and it very clearly states that insulting another person is punishable by a fine or a prison sentence of up to 1 year. Although you'll need to check up on this yourself. I'm not a lawyer, so this video is not legal advice. I have to say that. If the insult is a physical act, such as spitting in somebody's face, then the penalty can be doubled. Yes, 2 years in prison for very slightly humiliating somebody who probably deserved it anyway. Is this any way to run a country? Also, there's no definitive list of insults because it's not the words themselves that are important, it's your intention. Any utterance that is designed to impugn the honour of an individual or a specific group of people can be an insult. For example, if you say that anyone who likes David Hasselhoff must be stupid, then that's just an opinion and that's okay. But if you go to a David Hasselhoff concert, run up onto the stage, grab a microphone and say, "Anyone who likes David Hasselhoff is stupid," then the audience will naturally assume that you specifically mean them, and that's an insult. More seriously, you can post on your Facebook page, "All cops are bastards," and you won't be breaking the law. But if you say the same thing when an actual cop is trying to give you a speeding ticket, you'll wish you'd kept your big mouth shut. On the other hand, if you say to your best friend, "Oh, you stupid idiot, you," in that tone of voice, it's not an insult, because you clearly didn't intend it to be one. It's even possible to tell the truth and still be guilty of uttering an insult. There's a difference between, "Oh, you're a teacher," and "Oh, you're a teacher." And yet, one of the things that you notice about Germany is that the prisons are not full of people serving 1-year sentences for the crime of being rude. And another thing you notice about Germany, especially in Berlin, is that people are rude all the time. Now, I haven't experimented with this, and I really wouldn't recommend that anybody else try experimenting, but I suspect that if you were to call the police and say, "This guy called me a jerk," the most likely response is going to be, "Really? You want to file a report?" I mean, I suppose you could. You could go to court over this and prove to the satisfaction of a magistrate that you were indeed insulted for no reason, and it had better be for no reason, because if you insulted the other guy, he'll file his own report. You have to work very hard indeed to be insulting enough to actually end up in court. Maybe if you burst in on a convention of Star Trek fans and started yelling about how they were all pathetic losers and deserved to be shot, that might do it. It's a bit easier if the person you're insulting is an official, like a police officer or a bureaucrat, especially if you're also being uncooperative. But that also works the other way around. If an official insults you, they can get into trouble. In one case, a judge was fined for asking one person whether they were being deliberately obstructive or just too stupid to follow an argument. So yes, this law exists, and the way that it's written, it's quite draconian. But in practice, as long as you don't hurl a torrent of abuse at the immigration officer when you arrive, you should be fine. And to all those still watching, you're all a bunch of complete... Thanks for watching. If you'd like to send me a postcard, here's the address. And don't forget to visit my website and follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Also, if you'd like access to special bonus content and help with the costs of running this channel, please consider making a small monthly donation on Patreon.